Hi and welcome to Framed, a Let's Play with a focus on cinematography. My name's Aubrey and I'm going to be your host. Today we're playing Uncharted 4, Chapter 22, A Thief's End. This marks the end of my Uncharted 4 Let's Play series. I hope you've enjoyed so far and that you will enjoy this next episode. What I plan to do is start the Lost Legacy next. So if you don't know, that's the Uncharted game that stars Nadine and Chloe. Two women, which I'm very excited about, being a feminist. But I'm going to play it and see if it's worthy of a Let's Play. I'm very confident so far, and not Naughty Dog, they've never disappointed me, that it will be. So my intention is to go forward after a couple weeks of playing it to start making Let's Plays of it afterwards. So as long as it delivers, I will be making Let's Plays of it, and I hope you will tune in to watch that. In this final chapter of the Uncharted Let's Play, I hope you enjoy. It's going to be more plot-focused and less cinematography focused than other chapters have in the past. So I hope you sit back and relax and enjoy the finale of this wonderful series that I've enjoyed so much, and I hope you have too. So some of the final visual themes are being tied up again. Nathan is in water as he was in the beginning of the game, and we see a skeleton, or a dead body actually, not a skeleton, which reminds us of Memento Mori. And we see the flames, the orange flames with the blue water in the background. So we see that kind of destruction and the blue of peace. And we also see fire as sort of a vital sign, as something of passion, and the still waters of being kind of just still and perhaps stagnant. So I think it's interesting we can read this duality with both elements. Fire is either destruction, but it's also warmth and vital. And water is also necessary for life, but it's also this still water, this kind of stagnant, unchanging water. So for both elements, both orange and blue, and the color contrast, it's this duality that's been presented, this complexity that is presented throughout the game, that we are faced both with Nathan and all the characters, really. So in the left corner of the screen, we see a crane statue, and I think it's the same crane statue we saw in Henry Avery's house and also Thomas Tu's house. Cranes are deeply symbolic, and in many cultures. And in Asian culture, the crane is a symbol of happiness and eternal youth. So it's actually a little bit of a good luck sign to see this crane amidst all of this burning, all of this really foreboding imagery. We see a small crane in the bottom left corner of the screen, and Nathan is confronted with all this treasure, and he, instead of being envious or tries to get the treasure, all he cares about and all he's focused on is his brother and making sure that his brother's alive. And here we see a shot of the treasure right above, these really two bags laden with treasure up high, and then Rafe emerges.
Hey, Nate.
Where is Sam?
I'm not sure if this is a symptom of being a child of the 90s, but visually this scene reminds me so much of the end of Lion King. While thinking that may seem a bit basic at first, we also can consider that The Lion King is based off of Shakespeare's Hamlet, and Hamlet is not a comedy, but one of Shakespeare's tragedies. Granted, Rafe is not Nate's uncle, but still this visual feeling of similarity of The Lion King and it being a tragedy, and also all of that Memento Mori, in addition, where Hamlet talks to the skull, so that's definitely Memento Mori and Hamlet. Is something that makes me, at least when I first played this game, filled with a lot of trepidation for me.
You really think you can trust him?
Not your concern.
I think this scene is really telling because it shows how Rafe is a little bit delusional. So he says he's not willing to screw over his partners here, and yet we saw, as well as Nate saw, how Rafe was willing to buy out Nadine's army and put a gun to her head.
You tried to cut me out, and it's
So this is the third time that a gun has been pointed at somebody's head in a cinematic fashion like this. And that brings to mind the rule of three. And the rule of three is an acting rule where it is the least amount of time, 3 times is the least amount of times where you can create a pattern. This pattern emphasizes change. So the first 2 times the same thing happens, and the third time is something different. So the first two times Nadine had a gun pointed at her head, once by Sam and once by the Order of Rafe. And now the third time Nadine is holding a gun to Rafe's head.
Pretty good idea who those two
The
are.
first two times Rafe was in control and ended
Avery,
up
too.
in power, and now the third time
killed
Nadine
each
is
other.
in power. She's the one in control
for them.
of the
What's the point?
situation.
Everyone obsessed with his treasure gets what they deserve.
Nadine speaks the
What,
truth
you're just
of
leaving us
what
here
the
to die?
fate is of people who are
Oh, I'm just
obsessed with
leaving.
treasure. And
Whether you die or not,
it's
I don't
really
really
fitting. I love
Nadine?
it.
Wait.
So long, Rafe.
Nadine! Nadine! You open this goddamn door right now! Rafe, she's gone! Come on, give me a hand, we'll all get out of here.
No, that won't work.
Come on, help me with Sam and I'll help you open the door.
No, I'm not going to be able
Rafe
to
pulling
enjoy
the sword out
one
of the
of these
dead man
coins.
shows that he is
Knowing that
fated
you and
to
your
the same
worthless
sort of
brothers are
lethal
sucking
obsession of this treasure as they were. And Nathan, instead of
calm
trying
down.
to
You can
fight
practice your fencing
Rafe, is
when we
trying
get
to
outside. Nate,
preserve not
just
only himself
shut up.
and his brother, but Rafe's life. So he is concerned with the higher values and the higher morals. I can't decide if Rafe's deadly sin is more envy or pride. He's envious of the Drake brothers because they've come from nothing. They truly have earned everything they've gotten, while he's our little rich boy who's been handed so many things. And pride because he is unwilling to let go of this idea that he has been handed things and just accept the good riches and the good things that come his way. I hate to do this so late in the game, but I am not actually a huge fan mechanically of how this scene goes. I don't like that they introduce a new mechanic of sword play into Uncharted 4 as the final boss, basically, as the final fight. So it's this thing that you have to learn to do, which I kind of get, but it's just something that I'm not super thrilled with. It's not like utilizing your climbing and shooting skills or building off of something that you've done before. It's this completely new mechanic that they introduced only this time. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not one of my favorite things. But I still love this game and thematically what it does, so whatever.
You care about that parade of losers so much. I'm going to make sure they join you.
On guard, dickhead.
That's the spirit.
And you see the orange and blue theme pop up once again in the swords of Rafe and Nate. And we see that opposing sides and how they are at odds with each other in their swords. And this basically sums up all of the themes of that duality, of that hatred, everything that has been so eloquently shown in this game.
You know what, Nate? Underneath all the bravado, you're just a sad little boy with delusions of grandeur.
Who, by the way, can't fence for shit. So long, Nathan Drake.
Nathan!
Don't want to give up. That's good. Don't hand it to me.
I had everything handed to me on a goddamn silver platter.
So this shot sets up the ultimate visual irony. We see this treasure precariously above Rafe right when he says, "I earned this," and there's a pause that Nathan is able to give a quick clip. And right when we see that Rafe says, "I earned this," a bunch of treasure, the thing that he's craved the most, that he's been so greedy for, comes crashing down and killing him. So it's a pretty good shot to help set up that he earned his own death, his own demise, that Nathan is still a good guy and didn't actually cause his death, but the circumstances put him in this severe situation.
It's no use. Come on. Nathan. Damn it. Listen to me. Listen to me. All I ever wanted to do was find this treasure with you. We did it. We did it, brother, okay? It's all right. There's gotta be another way. Nathan, you gotta go. There's gotta be some. Gotta go! There's something! There is no other way!
That line, "you gotta go," is an echo of what Sam has said to Nathan at the most dire of situations that both Nathan and the player now recognizes as something when Nathan is about to be taken away, when they're about to be arrested by cops in the old lady's house when she's dead. And it's the same kind of urgency. And yet Nathan's ignoring that urgency to try to continue on with this seemingly impossible situation.
Do it now. Come on. All right. You were one crazy son of a bitch. You just want to know it. Come on.
You see the ship, and half of it's in orange fire and the other half of it in bluish light, and then it explodes. It comes far apart while the brothers are racing for their lives. And it's just a really beautiful, dramatic scene. Everything, all this treasure, everything is coming crashing down on them. Once again, we find Nathan thrust into water in an action-packed sequence, and ocean water, as this is symbolic of a journey, as I've mentioned before in previous chapters. So this is the end of the journey here for Nathan, and he's on it with his brother now. And whether they make it or not is to be determined. It's obviously very stressful right now. A visual note that I think is nice is that Elena grabs Nate's hand with her wedding band hand, and he grabs back with his wedding band hand. And I also think it's nice that both those wedding band hands, they both wear watches on the same side as their wedding rings. So it shows that their love is now timeless, can endure the test of time, I think. There's also a big color palette shift. It's sunset, but we've seen a lot of sunsets and it's been orange or more stark colors, and now it's a wash in the soft pink pastel color of this acceptance, of this kind of feeling of love and lightness. We see this divided imagery between the brothers once again. Nate's in a warm orange glow while Sam's in a blue shadow. Nathan can give a smile and relax contentedly after the end of the journey, while Sam gives a little bit of a sad smirk. They have very different feelings about how that adventure ended.
So, you got everything?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, feel free to sell anything I left behind.
Sure I can't give you a lift home.
After the last few days, I think I'd like a plane with drink service and reclining seats. Plus, she and I have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, you do. And no more late-night phone calls about one last time.
Promise. Thanks, Sully.
Take care, kid. Don't be a stranger.
Next time you're in town, beers are on me.
I'll hold you to that.
And then the bunny escapes anyway, and it leaves little bunny surprises all over the headmaster's bed.
Hey, what are you telling her?
Just about your little magic phase.
Oh, I hate you.
What was your stage name?
Go on, tell her.
Nate the Great. It's not funny. It makes sense.
In his defense, you were pretty good.
Uh-huh.
Hey, look, Sam, it has been an experience getting to meet you.
But the handshake?
Well,
Bring it in for the real thing, sister. You take care of this numbskull, all right?
yeah, I will.
I'll join you in a sec.
Yeah.
I like her. God help her, she sure seems to love you.
I know, right? Listen, the offer still stands.
I appreciate it, but I'm good.
I know, but if you feel like you're imposing, you're not. We talked about it.
It's not about that. It's a little bit of that, okay?
Yeah.
But I just kind of thought that after we found Avery's treasure, I'd be satisfied. Instead, I've kind of left with this strange feeling of
Emptiness.
yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, as thrilling as the next adventure might be, in the end, I always left with that same feeling. And sometimes you just
The way
gotta-
Nathan looks over to
Choose what
Elena
you're
when he
gonna
says
keep,
keep, and then back to
what
his
you're gonna
brother
let
to
go.
let go, I think is just really telling. It's just a really nice, subtle piece of
I'm just
acting.
not there yet. And besides, you know, you got a few ancient cities on me. I can't let that slide. So.
I left a couple out there.
Well, thank you.
Oh, that's our ride.
Yeah.
Sam, we've come far.
We sure have, little brother. Come here.
Listen, you don't do anything I wouldn't do, all right?
Get out of here, vamos.
Good night.
So, Victor, what's next for you? Hmm?
Well, before I got dragged into this, I was working on a business deal of sorts.
Of sorts. Hmm. Dangerous?
With these people, yeah. It's up there.
Well, I just so happen to know a certain someone recently out of prison who might be perfect for this kind of work.
Ooh, I don't know. Is he trustworthy?
More or less.
How's his Portuguese?
Quando seu marido voltar para casa?
What's that mean?
How long before your husband gets home?
That'll do. Come on.
You got any more of those cigars?
Don't push your luck.
Hey, good morning.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is.
Ah. All right, I'll bite. What's going on? Land a big contract or something?
Oh, even better. I'm on the verge of selling Jameson Marine.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow, well, hey, I guess congratulations are in order, huh?
Well, not yet, but I'm confident it'll go through. They drove a hard bargain, but in the end, I think we came to a mutually beneficial agreement.
That's great. Are you gonna stay on?
No. I think I'd like to just relax, hang with the family, go fishing every chance I get.
Good for you. So who's the sap who's gonna buy this place?
Oh, you are.
What? No, come on, seriously.
Oh, yeah, seriously.
Wait, Jameson. Hey, wait up, man.
Hey. Morning, guys.
What are you doing here?
Just thought I'd take, one final look.
Already gave your husband the keys.
Okay.
Perfect.
Is this for real?
Nate, all you need to know is that you'd be making a very wise investment. Do the right thing here. Call me when you're through.
You got it.
You'll notice in the background there's a river with
Hi.
a bridge behind it. And
You're
we're
buying Jameson
once again in
Marine?
the setting of Jameson Marine. And rivers
buying
traditionally
Jameson
represent life's journey of a set path that people go on, and this
Why?
idea of almost fatalism. So when Nathan was here with his brother, he was, in a way, he viewed his life as fated to go in the path of adventure,
got out
and
of
he
the
had nothing else to
alive.
choose. Now, at the
Hey,
end of the
taking
game, his
legal
values have
job?
shifted, and now he's
You
fated
know
to
what
be
that
with
leads to.
Elena in a way, and
He
this
said it
big
was
life
illegal.
change. He's going to choose this legal business and choose his partner with his wife
came in this
to
morning.
go on this balance of adventure, but also of legality, of playing it a little bit safer, of not putting their lives at risk every turn they get.
Some of my old contacts out there, they work their magic with the Malaysian permit office. It was great. I didn't even have to bribe anyone.
Well, that's good because I don't know how we could possibly even afford to do this.
Here. Hold out your hand.
What?
Hold out your hand. Come on.
So we see the coin again, that is often representative of duality, and Nathan's flipped it right there, and it's not like a flip in the air toss, like whether he will live or die, like Sam was doing earlier in the game, but he flips it himself and is considering the possibility. So he's going in, dare I say, Uncharted territory with going through this legal route, and yet it still is a risk in a way, is because he's would be investing in himself, would be opening this new business, and businesses are always a little bit risky. So it's not what he's comfortable with, which is going under the seat of your pants on an adventure and going all in, kind of. He's doing this more normal risk that he is trying to chart with his life and his wife.
He may have oversteered. Look, when I was on that island, I missed the adventure. I missed us. And so now we have a chance to do what we love. But from here on out, we are going to operate on a strictly legal basis, all right? And I will be doing all of the shooting with my really expensive camera.
Wow. You've really thought all this through, haven't you?
More or less. But listen, just say the word and I will call the whole thing off.
What? Oh, no. I don't want to be that guy who ruins Jameson's early retirement like that. That'd be cruel.
Right.
It's not gonna be easy, you know.
Nothing worthwhile is. So, what do you say, Nathan Drake?
Sure, why not? Yeah, as long as I don't have to do any paperwork.
Well, I can't do it. I'm gonna have my hands full with the camera.
Well, I'm gonna have my hands full with all the diving.
Okay, fine. We'll take turns.
Yeah. Or I could play for it.
Seriously?
No, listen, I have been practicing. I'm getting good.
No.
My hand-eye is way better than it used to be. Really?
I cannot do that to you again.
Are you afraid to play me?
I am so not afraid
On a
to
scale
play
of
you.
1 to 10, how scared are you to play me?
Like a 3.
Yeah, well, jack that up to like 11, all right? Because I'm coming for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my. That's... Okay. Fine. You're on.
And that's going to wrap up my Uncharted 4 Let's Play. I can't believe I finished this game and got a whole Let's Play series out of it. If you have any thoughts about how this series went, or if I missed anything, or really anything at all, I would love to hear from you in the comments. And I hope you stay tuned. My intention is to take a week or 2 off or so, something like that. Maybe 3, couple weeks at max off, so I can pick up the Lost Legacy, which I am super excited about, with playing Nadine. I love her, and Chloe's pretty awesome too. 2 female lead adventure characters. Yes, please. So I'm going to be playing that. I'm not going to make the Let's Play until I finish it, because then you have to analyze it. So I'm going to take a little bit to digest that, and as long as it's worthy, and I have a lot of trust in Naughty Dog that it will be, then I'm going to be able to play it. It came out this week, as you guys know. I hope you all are playing it and enjoying it as well. So it gives us all the time to play it, and then you can watch me analyze it and break it down for you, just like I did Uncharted 4. I really hope you guys enjoy, and we'll stay tuned for that. Thank you so much. I've had so much fun. Bye.